guys, welcome to No Ordinary Woman Chat Show. I'm your host, Miss Kazmak. Now guys, you know the drill, When you tune in to No Ordinary Woman Chat Show, you have to call people. You need to let them know the show is about to begin. You need to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And you need to share, because sharing is caring. Caring is sharing. Sharing is caring. But you know what I mean. But anyhow, we have an amazing, phenomenal, no ordinary woman on the show. But in order for you to meet this amazing woman, you need to watch this advert and you need to call your people, because that's what the break's really about. And then tune in with me on the other side. See you in a bit. Peace out.
Three best friends all have one wish for Christmas. It is now Christmas morning, and they all sat down and unwrapped gifts together.
Yes, I got Zurido! Yay!
Wagwan! Where you say? My name Taya, and me I want Zurido from the beautiful island of Jamaica.
Soon, all the neighbors' kids came over, and little did you know, everyone got a Zuri doll.
Ironman, that means respect in Jamaica.
Wagwan! Where you say? What?
My name is Tata, and I'm a proud Nigerian Zurido.
Order now at www.zuri.co.uk and on eBay.
Hey guys, welcome back to No Ordinary Woman Chat Show. You know what? I think I'm gonna make a little a jingle or something and put it out there to like radio stations and things like that. What do you think, Evelyn?
I think you should. I was just like, that sounds like a radio jingle, really.
Yeah, I think anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of like gave it away. I've got Evelyn in the studio today. Come on now.
You're going to make me blush in a moment.
Listen, I love to do these intros out here and just throws it out here. But guys, if you've never watched JustEve Show, listen. You don't think I'm an amazing presenter. You guys need to check out Evelyn, yeah, because she is the bomb.com. Evelyn, I'm not even going to try and pronounce your surname, but I'm going to try. And if you guys want to laugh, you can laugh, because you know what? Sometimes the laugh is actually good medicine. So you can laugh at me and it's all good. But Evelyn Obahor. You see it there?
Obahor.
Obahor.
H.
You know,
but don't worry, don't worry about it.
I'm not gonna even like try and make this be about me, but I don't know if it's because like when I was growing up, I was living in Jamaica, so some of our H's we don't really pronounce like H.
Oh, that's fine.
So I'm just gonna say Evelyn O. So
oh yeah.
And Evelyn O is one of the most outstanding TV presenters and movie scripts, like seriously, movie scripts. Writer, she's a producer in the African television and movie industry. OMG, like we've got a big shotter in the place.
Okay, are you actually talking about me or someone else?
Listen, this is you, yeah, this is all you, this has got nothing to do with me. But how did you get into that industry, Evelyn?
How did I get into that industry? I think right from the time I could think, I knew that I was going to do some form of entertainment. What line of entertainment, I didn't know, but I guess that was it. And when it was time to really start going to school, I told my parents wanted me to study law, and I said, law, I didn't like law to start with, and I knew that I wouldn't do well. You know, it was a huge argument, quarrel. You know how our parents are from the Caribbean, from Africa.
Yeah.
It's either you're a lawyer, you're a doctor, you're an engineer, or you're a failure. You know, that kind of thing. It happens.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, we'll do the law, but I'm very sure that in my first year they'll tell me to get out because, you know, and that was when they knew that, okay, she's serious about what she's doing, you know, but they still went They still weren't happy about it. My mother would say, when her friends are saying, her daughter is a lawyer, her son is a doctor, then she is going to say, her daughter is a broadcaster. It doesn't sound right.
Oh, please.
You know? Yeah. And I would ignore her. But after doing it and the people that you get to meet, when she sees them, I know not too long ago, my dad went to the GP and the GP was saying, looked at his surname and said, do you have a daughter on television? And he started smiling. I was like, look at this old man that fought me. Yeah, so that's it. But now, looking back, I remember I think I was about 7 or 8. It had finished, it just stopped raining. And there was a pool of water, the rain in our back garden. Mm-hmm. And I opened the back door and the sun was shining on the water and it was so beautiful. And I kept on saying, oh, wow, this is lovely at 7. And then my dad came and because the way I was going on about it, and he came and said, what's wrong with you? But looking back, that was God telling me that you're going to do something in the creatives, So, yeah, here I am. And like I said, it's a labor of love. It's not really work for me.
Yeah. And that's beautiful because, like we was talking behind the set, in regards to, when you're in your purpose, it's something that really comes very easily, something that you do with no work to it whatsoever. And something that you said to me a little while ago, which I thought was quite profound: what is the most richest place in this world?
It's the grave.
Yeah.
Definitely it's the grave.
And even just hearing you saying that, you wanted to be a broadcaster, you wanted to get into the industry in terms of media, but you could have easily just said, okay, I'm just going to just become a lawyer just to please my mom and dad, and hate it. And hate
myself, be miserable.
And you've got that creativity inside of you because you write movies.
That's funny, because when people come to me and say, oh, this is my storyline, can you screenplay for me, or do I have my own story? And I'm like, okay, I have to tell you first and foremost, we've got to finish this in 48 hours. I can't write a script for more than 48 hours. My first draft is ready in sometimes less, depending on, if I have other workload and stuff like that. And anything after 48 hours, I lose interest, and it takes me longer.
Okay.
To finish it. So that's why I get a lot of them say, oh, she's very fast at it, And most times, it comes, the storyline, the dialogue just comes like that. So those are ways that that it's your calling. Sometimes when people talk to me and call my name, I'm like, oh God, please, this ground, open and bury me. Because I'm a very shy person, extremely shy. But if I was telling someone recently that they wanted me, there was something they were doing, I think it was Afro Music Fest, something they recently did, and someone invited me and I said, I can't go, I don't do crowds. Right. And I'm like, what is it? I said, I would freeze if I'm in, among the crowd. I can't do it. But give me a microphone and address the whole of Wembley. I will do it comfortably.
Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah, it is. It is. But I will not be in that crowd. Yeah. I won't be able to. I can't stand it. So it's those little things that make you know that this is your calling, because there's a difference between a calling and a ministry.
Yes.
So a lot of people mix up the two.
So what would you say the difference is in terms of the calling and ministry? Just to give an explanation from your perspective.
Yeah, what I've said just now. Yeah. When you do things you are passionate about, you don't care about the money, we all need
money to survive.
Yeah.
But what do you mean?
Yeah, you're so passionate, you can do it, it's effortless, like you said. That's your calling, right? But ministry is something that that takes you through a process, to get to be able to stand and talk to people, or whatever the ministry is, to sing and all of that. I know some people will say, oh, they started singing from very young, but if you don't do the voice training, the styles and stuff like that, then it might not be your calling, it might be your ministry, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess I hear what you're saying, but then do you think that's like you know, you get some people that may look, say, at a singer, say, like Michelle Williams, and they just look and they think, oh my gosh, I want to be like a Michelle Williams, you know. But, you know, people are gifted. You know, that's what I think, that's what I'm looking for. You're naturally gifted, and that comes to the calling and everything else, because it's a talent that's already inside of you. So me having that want to be like, say, Michelle Williams, I may not be able to sing like Michelle Williams. Do you get what I'm saying? But then it's like you said, you got to go through that training to maybe even start to sound a little bit, but it's not guaranteed because it's not naturally gifted. Yeah. That's interesting. So in regards to your profession, obviously, you know, being a presenter, broadcaster, should I say, and also script writing, what kind of movies have you done?
What kind of movies?
Because you've done quite a bit.
Yeah, I've done. That's a hard question to answer. I've done all sorts, really. I've done. I'm not good with comedy, though. I'm not. I'm not good with comedy, so I really don't do a lot of. I can chip in a little bit of comedy in dialogue, but tell me to do a comedy, no, I won't be able to do that. So I've done romance, I've done thriller, I've done what's it called? I've done action, you know, anything really, as long as it's not strictly comedy.
Okay.
I can do that. I've done, well, not really scripted. I've done about 3 Hollywood films. I've worked with what's his name, Pierce Brosnan, James Bond. I've worked with him. And
wow. What was that like?
Amazing, really.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, amazing. It's you see, I did study film and television production, but I would say 90% of what I know is on the field. Right. Working with different people, experiencing how production works, because you can study all that in school, but it doesn't tell you the reality, what's on ground.
You need a practical, don't you?
I remember one of the Hollywood films that I worked on, the continuity lady was ill a day before we were to start filming. Okay. And the director and producer came to my hotel room to say, oh, Evelyn, we want you to handle the continuity. And I started crying. And then I started crying. You know, when you do continuity for a film, it's like what the nerve does to your body. Yeah. Because if you're on a long shot and you're sitting like this, when they come to a close-up, it has to be exactly the same. Oh my God. Your makeup on a long shot has to be exactly the same on the close-up. So that was what I was told to do. And any little mistake, you ruin the whole film. You know, sometimes we might shoot this scene and not finish it. We'll come back to it, you know, another week, and it just has to be exactly the same. Yeah.
So how would you keep the continuity?
Okay, so you take pictures, you write notes, you tell the cameraman, the director of photography, the sound has to be the same. So all of that, you know, was the pressure put on me. So I just started crying, you know, and they said, they allowed me cry. And then they said, Evelyn, out of everybody on the crew here, we came to you. It's because we know you can do it. Wow. And I said, okay, I take that as a challenge. I had only learnt about it in you know, theoretically, not practically. I'd never done it practically. I said, okay, I'm one, I love challenges. So, okay, let's do it, you know. And we did it. And they were so impressed. I was actually impressed with myself because I didn't think that I could, you know, do that well. So, yeah, everything is about telling yourself, yeah, you can do it. I don't believe anything is impossible.
That's amazing. That really is. But there's another side of your story, because obviously it's not all, you know, obviously you've had great success and everything else, and working with great broadcasting organizations like Ben TV and, you know, writing for various different films and everything else. But there has been another side which you dealt with, because you was born here, right? You was born in England, and your family is from Nigeria, is that correct? And you was working within the industry in film and TV in Nigeria, and you had something drastic happen to you there. I mean, because when I was hearing your story, and, you know,
Don't step on eggshells. I can talk about it.
You know, I'm not going to step on eggshell, but you know, in regards to what had happened to you, in regards to you being raped, how did you manage to just like bounce back from that?
Actually,
because that's just not something that's so easy, because obviously if you don't mind sharing, is it okay for us to talk about it?
It's fine.
You know, even being in that position and with somebody that's quite well known in the industry and everything else, and to actually went through that violation, do you know what I mean? You know, it's wrong. I mean, let me even just go back. What would you say to a woman that is even being raped, or even a young boy as well, you know, because you are an overcomer, you know, and you could have allowed that to just like stopped you from moving forward?
I guess that incident, because I don't even know how you know, how I became so strong, but I know that when the guy pushed me out of the house, I just stood and I looked up and I said, God, this incident is not going to affect what I'm going to be, you know, in life. And I guess now I guess God allowed it to happen so that I can give hope to others that, you know, that have been affected by it. If I had known back then, I would have reported it, because in the moment when I left the place, I went to my pastor and she blamed me. She said it was my fault. And that made me very, 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 very angry. I was really, really angry about that, you know, but I just went on and did my thing. I think it was the strength from God to go about, you know, doing it. I didn't care about anything, you know. I also prayed for the guy, that I hope he gets help. You know, some interviews that I give, when I talk about it, I say, how can I say that after everything that he did? And I say to them that I choose not to what's the word? I choose not to let him affect my life. He needs help, because nobody was born a rapist, nobody was born a pedophile, nobody was born an armed robber, nobody was born a thief, you know, all of that. But if you have to go back to the basics,
of course.
And most of the time, people that do all these things, it's a troubled childhood,
and more than likely he may have been exposed to that, or he may have been even raped
himself.
Well.
Yes. And another thing I've noticed, it's power. It's power to them. Because that's you know, that's what from the nonsense that he was saying, he just wanted power. Okay, that I've been able to, you know, conquer her. Yeah,
because he had been asking you out previously as well, right?
Yeah, you know. So I choose not to let that affect me, you know. So if I had known back then, I would have reported it. So anybody, male, female, that goes through that, the first thing they should do is report it. You might not get you might not get what you want, but it's on record that you've reported it. You never know, you know.
And you don't even know if that's something that person's been doing to other women as well. So it also could make a stronger case to be able to, you know, put this person behind bars. But unless we actually report it, but why did you not report it in the first instance?
Well, it's stigma. That's the only thing I could think of at the time, that it was stigma. What would people say, you know? Because one of my mentees, who hers was twice.
Gosh.
When she was 9, by her cousin, and she told her mom. And her mom was cross with her and told her never ever to mention anything like that again. And then the second time was when she was 20, by thieves, armed robbers, and she didn't tell anybody. And I think,
because obviously what she was told when she was a child.
And she carried that in her for about 10-15 years. I was the first person she told after that second incident. So you see the weight that you carry. She couldn't do anything meaningful with her life because she was so, you know,
carrying that inside,
you know. So I think the first thing to do is talk about it.
Definitely, because even now moving forward to your organisation, where you have an organisation, if you don't mind telling our viewers a bit more about this organisation where you help other people.
It's called Haven of Light, the JustEve organization for survivors of rape, we aren't victims, we're survivors. What we do is, it's not the conventional kind of therapy. What we do is, maybe one Saturday we just have a fun day out.
Right.
We just go out and just have fun, not talk about whatever has happened until you're comfortable enough to talk, okay, and then you start the healing process. But the healing process is up to you. It doesn't matter how long it takes for you to heal, we're there for you.
Yeah.
But we always say that no matter how long it takes, it's okay to go through hell, but it's not okay to stay there.
Yeah.
So you take the healing process and know that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and we are there with you all the way. And when the healing process is done with, we now say, okay, what are your passions? What do you want to do? For instance, if you want to be a fashion designer or seamstress or whatever, we put you, we give you a fashion facilitator who would help you out, and then you go on.
So it's in a way, it's like you're allowing them to just really deal with all what's been happened, that hurt, that pain and everything else, but also giving them that light at the end of the tunnel, that you can be that fashion designer, that hairdresser and things like that. And I just really love that, and I think that's really awesome, because we need to be encouraging other women to be who God created them to be, and obviously with yourself, obviously gone through what you've gone through, and even, sometimes we go through things and we just think, God, why is this happening to me? It's unfair. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying it had to happen to you, but you're strong.
My God gave me that strength.
No, but you're strong. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes some people can't just talk about it so openly. It will still affect them. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but the fact of the matter is, you're allowing that pain to be able to help somebody else. And I just want to say, I salute you for that, and well done, you know. But talk about your show, JustEve Show. How did that come about?
How did that come about? I'll explain it like this. Anything that I do, doesn't matter what it is, if it doesn't inspire, then there's no point in my doing it. Right. So I wanted, because young ones out there, celebrity is sending out a wrong signal. People think that, I can just wake up and tomorrow morning I'm this huge star, but it doesn't happen like that. So anybody I invite on the show, even if they are top celebrities, they have a story to tell, where they are coming from, where they are now, and where they're going to. All the struggles. There's nobody that has had it easy.
That's right.
But people out there don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, they just see the glamour. So they come on and tell their stories. For the other, the young ones most especially, to see that, yes, if you can do something, but you have to go through a journey. And I've been fortunate. A lot of the guests that I've had do not even want to talk. I had one recently after the show said, I feel so good now. I've let it all out, and that makes me feel good, that even though I'm talking to young ones out there, the guests themselves are healing, and knowing that, I actually did this, So that's how I enjoy it. I enjoy it so much. I do.
Oh, well done. Well done with your show.
Thank you.
But please do tell our viewers how they can find you. What's your social media platforms?
Okay. Instagram at Evelyn Obahor Official. Twitter, Evelyn Obahor. Facebook, Evelyn Obahor. Then the show, there's www.justeve.com. The JustEveShow.com. There's Instagram, the JustEve Show Official. Twitter, the JustEve Show. And of course, my website, my personal website, where you get a lot about me, is www.evelynobahor.com.
Okay, thank you so much, guys. You make sure you tune in. Don't just do No Ordinary Woman. Make sure you subscribe to JustEve Show and be blessed, because she has amazing guests and she's there to really just inspire you, to encourage you, because at the end of the day, you are somebody and we all been created with purpose. So until next time, from me and Evelyn, bye-bye.
Bye.
choose.